Now, I don't know about you, but when I sit down to watch my favourite YouTubers, I like to kick back with a cup of coffee and enjoy the episode. Welcome to a review! A review to this video right here when on the 6th of January I set out my retro gaming goals for 2020. And I want to just talk about whether or not I've achieved them and how far off I am from achieving the ones I haven't achieved. And I'm kind of classic old school, we're all about retro here because we're pen and paper style. I've written a list of things I want to discuss. So a lot has changed in this year. This is going to be very talky, by the way, not a lot of kind of cutaway or anything like that. So do get comfortable. I set out some goals and I've achieved a lot of those goals. And one of the goals I haven't achieved is obtaining a Panasonic Q, because I do want a Panasonic Q in the collection, but I've had a bit of a think, okay? I still want it. However, I haven't come across the Panasonic Q at a reasonable price that I want to pay. I've decided that I don't want this console box. I'm very happy just to take this console in its kind of naked-esque form. Just even if it didn't have the official controller, I'd even settle for that. But I don't want to pay UK prices. Now, there was a website some of you good people told me about many moons ago, and is it like Japanese Yahoo, something Japan Yahoo or Yahoo Japan or something like that, where you can buy Japanese consoles at a fraction of the price that you're going to pay in the United Kingdom. And at the time I was after a PSX, which the mighty Reese hooked me up with, which I'm like so blown away at. And at the time you guys were like, look, you can get PSXs for like under 100 quid on this Japanese website, but I can't remember what it's called. And I've tried to kind of Google different combinations because I think I'm going to search on there for a Panasonic Q. So it'll be from Japan. It'll probably take a couple of weeks to ship. But on the bonus, I'm going to get it for an absolute fraction of the price of what I'm going to pay here. Now, a lot of you good people, and I thank you so much for this, send me links constantly to eBay, the consoles that I've wanted to get. And there was a Panasonic Q on eBay, and the reserve was about 800 to 850 quid, and it's a nice bundle. It's a very nice bundle, UK based, 3 games, couple of Resident Evil games within that. But for me personally, it's not worth it to me. It's a good price, but I don't want to pay that. I think I'm going to quest myself for the second half of this year to score a Panasonic Q at an absolute bargain price, and I think I'm going to have to look in Japan for that. So if you can help me and kind of give me some you know, decent places to be able to buy a Panasonic Q in Japan, please just kind of re-message me on Twitter or re-message me on Facebook with some really good links to where I can buy the Panasonic Q. So it is what it is with the Q. It's still coming. I just wanted to take a step back and let you know that that's where I'm at with the Panasonic Q thinking. One of the cool things I have managed to find this year, and I got it early on, was a copy of Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo, because I said I wanted to beef out the quality of my Super Nintendo collection, and Shadowrun was one of those games that I wanted to bag, and I did pick that up in the Lee's Deals Retro Game Hunt. I think it was very early on in January, maybe actually approaching mid-January if I remember correctly, but that was one of the most enriching retro game hunts that I have ever done. Like the amount, it actually had a Panasonic Q in, just speaking about the Panasonic Q, but it was £1,000, and I'm not paying £1,000 for a Panasonic Q. You know, we've got the PS5 coming out, the Xbox Series X. I am not paying £1,000 for this, not happening. But it was nice to kind of see the level of diversity in that shop, and I picked up Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo, so that was a kind of box tick for me on the collecting front. Really stoked with that. But there are still a couple more Super Nintendo games that I want to get in the collection, including, and I have written it down, the Blockbuster competition carts. Now, the reason I haven't acquired this yet in 2020 is because I haven't come across one. I haven't seen them on eBay. I haven't seen them, definitely haven't seen them on selling sites. I haven't seen them at the small amount of markets I've been to because obviously of what's happened this year. Like I said in January, I've only ever seen one of these cartridges once, and it was at the Doncaster Retro Gaming Market, and I remember holding it in my hands. There might even be footage of it somewhere on my channel, holding it in my hands. And back then, I mean, we're talking, I don't know, 3-4 years ago maybe, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford it. And I think at the time, it was only £200. And I couldn't afford it. I could not afford it. And looking back on that now, I'm kind of, it's bittersweet. It's a bittersweet memory because it was for sale and I couldn't afford it. So if I do come across a Blockbuster competition car online or at a retro gaming market, or if you know anybody that's selling a genuine car in the UK, please contact me. Contact me because it is a big collector's goal of mine to kind of showpiece the quality in this collection. On the kind of theme of Super Nintendos and Earthbound, I was like, I said in January, I was 85% certain that I wanted an OG complete copy of Earthbound. Now, Earthbound was released in North America only, we didn't get it here, and I don't particularly like the game. So I'd be buying Earthbound purely as a collector and not as a player. So I've got to again, I haven't come across a copy. I'm in the same situation with Earthbound as what I am with the Blockbuster competition cartridge. I haven't seen a copy that's at all. I haven't even seen a copy on eBay. Now I could be looking in the wrong places, but I think with this, it's going to have to be one where I'm reaching out to my friends over in America to see if I can get a copy at the right price that is reflective of a good condition. So that's kind of still pending as well, but I'm really stalling on that, you know. I'm really stalling on Earthbound because, like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of money on it because I'm not going to play it. Like, I'm not going to play it. I could probably, you know, I'd settle for a repro cartridge at this stage, but I'm kind of, the collector in me is like, no, get an OG copy. And I know someone years ago gave Metal Jesus a copy of it, like an original, like complete copy of it, which was cool. But I want it at the right price. I want it at the right price. So if you know anyone, you gotta holler at me, or just if you don't want to like message me on social media, chuck a comment in the comment section below. Now, one of the things that has been a massive surprise to me this year, things that I have achieved. On the channel, we've had a ton of retro game hunts, which have just only started again, and £5 video game challenges. So I'll link those playlists in there. There's like hundreds of hours for you guys to kind of get stuck into if you like your out and about stuff. These are the playlists for you. And as I said in Tuesday's video, we're doing more giveaways. So there is actually a giveaway live at the minute on the previous video, which is a charity shop game hunt video. Again, it'll link in the cards if you want to be in with the giveaway, you need to watch that video. But one thing that has surprised me, you might just catch little bits of it, I don't know if it's in frame, but the Amiga, I have acquired, and as you guys know, we have an Amiga project going on here on the channel. And I have an Amiga 600 here, which is ready and set up for episode 3, because I want to update you on where I'm at with the GoTech from what was Amiga Passion, shout out to now what is Retro Passion, and something additional that Patrick sent me. So part 3 of that is coming, and it's starting to, this is a new collecting goal. More Amiga's going to be shown on the channel. Part 3 is coming, I'm in the middle of writing it, and we're going to have like a bumper episode where I talk about how this thing's been modded, what games I've been playing on the Amiga, and the awesome OLED display that I have on the Amiga 600, courtesy of Retro Passion, previously known as Amiga Passion. So that's like been a new surprise for me. That's been something that you guys have gone crazy for on the channel, and you know, you don't see a lot of Amiga stuff around on channels like mine, but you can guarantee that your bottom dollar that there'll be more Amiga stuff coming here, and within the next couple of weeks you can really expect something from part 3 of the Amiga project. Another thing that I've been really surprised at is when I picked up the top-loading Panasonic FZ10, I didn't expect to pick up another Panasonic console, a 3DO console, you know, this year, but I did. I picked up the top loading one, and it was a beautiful, beautiful bundle that had been recapped and completely cleaned down, and capacitors had been replaced from a seller that I use a lot on eBay. He's the same chap that I bought my multi-mega bundle from, and like I said, everything's kind of replaced on the motherboard. You know, it's really nice consoles, things are cleaned, everything just looks like it should have done when you pretty much bought it. So I picked that bundle up, and I have been playing my Panasonic 3DO a hell of a lot more in 2020, which for me has been a lovely surprise. I've been on road rash, I've been really enjoying it, and I do like the design and the weight and the ergonomics of the console way better than just the standard 3DO. So I have that right there, but you'll kind of see clips merged in from when I did the video itself. So I've been like, that to me has been a lovely surprise. I've really enjoyed that. And in terms of what's coming next from big bundles, for me, it has to be to source a Panasonic Q. Like I said, I don't want to finish this year without a Panasonic Q in this game room, in this lady lounge. So yeah. So there's plenty more to come. Blockbuster competition cart, Starwing. I don't think I'd get the Donkey Kong one, so it's going to be the Star Fox or Starwing version. I'm going to be looking for that. Earthbound, Panasonic Q, I'm going to source one in Japan and hopefully get it shipped over if I can find the right bundle. If you guys enjoy retro gaming content that is down to earth and consistent, please hit the subscribe button, because this channel is for you. Like I said, we've got more giveaways coming in the Retro Game Hunt playlist and the £5 video game challenge playlist. I've sorted out a bunch of PS1 games which are behind the camera that I'll be giving away with some other stuff, so stay tuned. So there we go. Enjoy, subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.